3, 2, 1. Hi guys, Goldensword. Oh, nope, I'm lying. Right into the video. The town seems deserted at first, with no one in the streets, but you soon notice monsters clustering together around the edges of the road. Their eyes tracking your presence, but no one says anything or tries to stop you. They must think you're a new monster in town or something. All the shops look empty, but you're desperate for food and warmth. You duck inside the first building you see, taking a moment to appreciate the warmth until your hands start to tingle with it.
Hey, you gonna buy something? Customers only.
A tall, somewhat humanoid rabbit watches you from the counter, face stern. Your rumbling stomach reminds you of your mission soon after. There's little to choose from, and of the available items, only a few look edible. You settle for a slightly stale cinnamon bun and a warm, if a little thin, bandana. The price of such low-quality items seems a little high, but you pay anyway. On your way out, you take a bite of a cinnamon bun, chewing as quickly as you can to ignore the slightly off taste. The town's inn looks run down, and you're not particularly tired anyway, so you pass it by. There's very little else in Snowden. Every once in a while, there's a clump of monsters huddled together, talking in hushed words that always die down into silence as you pass. You can feel their gaze on the back of your head, eyeing you up, maybe trying to figure out if you're a threat. You wouldn't be surprised if all newcomers were treated this way. Considering the hostility the monsters have shown you so far, you try not to take it personally. You spot Sand standing outside a building named Grilby's that looks like a bar. You think about hiding, trying to avoid him, but he's already spotted you. In fact, he seems to have been waiting for you. He doesn't look like he's going to fight you in the middle of town though, so you keep walking towards him. Hey kid, he grins at you, empty eye sockets making it look creepy. I'm surprised you made it this far. I guess I didn't give you enough credit. You feel a little proud, even though Sans doesn't look very surprised to see you. Still, I should warn you, my brother's up ahead. He was pretty mad when he found out a human got through all his traps. And believe me, when he's mad... Sans looks to the side. Trademark smile drops from his face for a short moment. Anyway, Papyrus won't be happy to see you. You sure you don't want to just give up now? You couldn't live here, of course. Someone would kill you. But I'd make things quick and painless at least. You firmly tell Sans you're not going to give up. Didn't think so. I was lying about the whole painless part anyway. Look, I've been watching you, and I gotta tell ya, the whole kindness thing is only going to get you so far. Monsters don't care about kindness. They care about killing humans. And the sooner you realize that, the better chance you'll have. Not like I'm protecting you or anything. Just keep trying to hug monsters for all I care. Maybe when you get stabbed in the back, you'll realize what a stupid idea it is. Sans walks off before you can argue, but his words stay with you. His warning about monsters wanting to kill humans, alongside Papyrus' single-minded focus, makes you think there's more to this than pure cold-heartedness. Curious, you ask Flowey why monsters hate humans so much.
Well, I really don't know a lot about it.
He hesitates, seeming unsure of what he should tell you. He never seems ready to give you all the answers. You're thankful for his company, especially when everyone else seems to be rooting against you. But you wish he trusted you enough to tell you everything. Or maybe, that's not the reason at all. Sometimes you think you can see guilt in his eyes, filling in long pauses. What could be so bad he couldn't tell you though? You're shaken from your thoughts when Flowey continues.
It happened a long time ago. Most monsters weren't around back then. Monsters used to live alongside humans, but they weren't much nicer back then than they are now. Monster souls, unlike most creatures, are inherently evil. They're prone to destruction and chaos, so their relationship with the humans were always rocky.
You ask how this can be true, if you have been able to befriend so many. Flowey smiles, perking up.
That's how you. It seems like your kindness changes the monster soul, taking everything good inside and bringing it to the surface. I wish I could say the same for all humans. Then we wouldn't be in this mess.
The smile, short-lived as it was, disappears quickly off his face.
The humans back then had no interest in forgiving or befriending monsters. They were scared of them, and fought constantly. Eventually, the humans gained the upper hand and trapped the monsters in the underground. No one showed monsters any kindness after that, not even from each other. And everything good in their souls just seemed to disappear. I'm sorry, I know it wasn't what you wanted to hear, but maybe there's some monster souls who are so hardened they can't be befriended.
You shake your head. That's absolutely wrong. especially knowing what you do now about monster souls. Even if their bad qualities seem overwhelming, there's got to be some good inside. If they're finally showing some kindness, all monsters must be able to change. Flowey gives you a weak grin.
You're right. Sorry. Whatever you're planning on doing, I'm going to be right here with you. I promise.
Despite your newfound confidence, you feel pretty lucky that these monsters don't seem to know you're a human. They must not be old enough to remember surface life. After all, thousands of human years must have passed since then, considering you've never heard of monsters living above ground. You'd have a lot more to worry about if every monster knew what to look for. Hey! You stop, readjusting to reality. The conversation had just sidetracked you enough to let your guard down, something you can't afford to do in a town filled with unfamiliar monsters.
Over here.
You turn to find the voice, gazing landing on a short, armless lizard-like monster staring you down.
You're a kid, right? I can tell, because you're wearing a striped shirt just like me. Anyway, I just wanted to say, watch yourself. I don't like other kids coming in here thinking they're the boss.
You reassure him you don't want to be in charge. You tell him you're just trying to get home.
That better be true, and you better move fast. I'm gonna start doubting you. See you around.
You're not welcome here, human or monster. You quicken your pace out of town. If the weather before wasn't unpleasantly cold, the conditions here would nearly be unbearable. Wind whips snow up in your eyes, making it hard to see where you're going. It gets harder to make full breaths until you remember the bandana you bought. You pull it from your bag and wrap it around your nose and mouth, resting just below your eyes, and tie it tightly around your head. Without the wind getting in your nose, the storm's a bit more manageable. Still, it only gets worse from here. Every few steps you slip a little, feet scrabbling for purchase on the ice. The wind intensifies, howling loud in your ears, until a nearby voice finally breaks through the deafening gale.
Human?
You can pick out the tall, thin outline of Papyrus through the snowstorm around you. You had been hoping to avoid him, but it seems like chances of that are slim now. You can't exactly run in this weather, not without falling flat on your face, at least, and you'd rather not turn your back on him anyway.
That is what you are, isn't it? My brother said nothing of your arrival here, but I have been checking my traps. Other humans, even other monsters, would have fallen prey to my expertly crafted devices, but not you. You are the one passing through all my traps unharmed, aren't you? You must truly be a puzzle master to best me. The great Papyrus! You weren't even fazed by the guards. But strangest of all, you're not dead. I pity you, human. Without the strength to fight, you won't have much of a chance down here.
It's hard to tell through the snow in the distance, but he sounds angry and confused.
I can't say I understand you, but someone as good at puzzles as you? Well, I'll be proud to take a soul like yours.
Your vision blurs, focusing on Papyrus as you prepare to dodge.